Hello and welcome to 140.
How did it get up that quick?
Because we kept doing wee extra ones.
Well, that seems to be the way to go, eh?
This is the trample.
It does look better if you've got like more numbers. If we could get up to like 200 before the end of the year. Can we just do loads of 2-minute episodes?
Yeah, of course we can.
Cool.
Okay, thanks for listening.
So I get this is our post-election special, is it?
I would like this to be something positive. Gary, can you do me one positive suggestion? Now we're living in this alternative universe, right wing. Like, what are you going to do to protect yourself and your family from this dystopian nightmare?
I'm going to starve my cat.
No, right.
Make it aggressive.
It's not positive.
No, but what can you do positively? Like, a lot of people are looking at it going, oh, like, there is fuck all you can do about it. What are you going to do to fucking keep your head above water here in a positive self-care sense?
My intention really was to enjoy the misery.
I know you enjoy that, but it's no kind of future.
Right, so you want, what can I change to?
What act of goodness are you going to do to put a smile on someone's face after
I'm going to make
racist Boris Johnson got the gaffer's job?
What I'm going to do is make some really entertaining podcast episodes to keep everyone's spirits up.
But you said, let's do this. We'll do a wee short one, just as a post. What's the positives of the election? Are you taking any kind of heart of the
SNP gain?
Well, there's no doubt. It's removed the doubt and questioning of what's going to happen.
Right, see a problem. I'm trying to talk as positively as possible, and fuck that. See the surprise, like that you found. See, every time you've voted over the past 10 years, Gary, I feel the Friday after the election, the surprise wasn't there. Like, I'd learned, how has England voted Tory again? And then I remember back going, this is the country that voted Margaret Thatcher in 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has a penchant for self-harm. And when I realised that I read something over the past 60 years, there'd only been 14 years where the Tories hadn't been in rule. And I realised that maybe England's just a wee shitty racist country.
Yeah.
But, right, so here's the one thing, the only thing that I can think of was talking to my mum, who voted for Thatcher.
That wasn't an anti-English comment, by the way.
No, because we'll bring it back to Scotland. My mum voted for Thatcher twice, right? And all she kept saying to me was, you would never have the house. So bear in mind, I know where it comes from. I know where it comes from. I know what they've been able to buy the houses for fucking nothing came from and what the resulting thing was. But her point was, we would never have been able to afford the house. But with no knowledge of what what that was doing to the housing market and what houses were getting taken off.
Because they were told that, obviously, if we buy this at a discount, they're obviously building new ones for young families that will maybe need something like this in a couple of years' time. And those houses were never built.
And and it's the same thing. And it's
how many Tory donors, cabinet members, Tory MPs actually bought cheap council accommodation to rent them out.
Yep. But by then I don't know how many people in England were kind of blocked out by that when it was happening with Thatcher, was they were going, oh my God, we just be able to buy this house that we could never have afforded otherwise, and just were so blinkered by, I need to get to work, I need to get home, I need to feed my kids, I need to get up the next day, I need to do the same thing, and not thinking of, are you building all those houses though, because otherwise we're going to have a real fucking problem, and just did that for 2 terms, just went fuck, no. But I don't actually see anything that's happening with this Tory government that anyone can actually go, oh, this is why I'm keeping voting for them.
Yeah.
Like nothing. I don't see
who's
anything.
Gaining? Who's gaining?
That's what I'm saying. At least my mum was able to give me one, even if it's skewed on what actually happened with the overall housing crisis. I've still not seen one argument that could even be compared to that. My mum could go, I was able to buy a house for you to all grow up in.
Right. I'm not proposing. And she did work hard and she was on her own.
Yeah.
and you can see if people are making a personal argument, you have to listen to it.
Yes.
I'm not proposing a wall. What I'm proposing is a really thick shower curtain situation from Berwick to Gretna, where just for a little while we just pull it over. I'm not saying build a wall. I'm saying close the curtains,
and they can pick the design.
Aye, on their side.
Yeah.
But that's the situation we're in just now. See, if we were to build those curtains, we would not get a chance to decide what design we were looking at.
Is there like a weird flappy bit where like Manchester and Liverpool can still come in?
There will be a flap.
Right.
I don't know how to position this either. See the amount of left-leaning people on Twitter saying, I'm just going to come up to Scotland, and then people say, put the kettle on. I'm now at the position going, I want a vetting system here.
Yeah,
because
a points-based
I want
system.
a points-based system to get into Gretna.
Aye, just because there's a path in doesn't mean you can just cross borders freely.
And I've never... See 2 months ago when the people on Twitter were saying, do you know what, we're a welcoming country. Do you know what, come up, we've got the kettle on, that's what they keep writing, they keep, come up, we've got the kettle on, you love it when you come up here. They've let us down too many times. At the very least, I want an assault course. Like, I want some kind of... I would not put it past Tory voters to start spilling over the border, masquerading as normal, liberal-minded people who would take their neighbour's bin in.
Yeah.
So you're wanting like a Takeshi's Castle?
I want to see your... Aye. And before you go on to it, I want to see your Communist Party card.
It's like the lotteries they used to play in Africa to get US citizenship in America, which you can all pay.
Right.
We'll select 20 a week.
Right.
Come on to Takeshi's Castle, and the winner can come to Scotland and bring its family, but only if they're under 18. Otherwise, they need to stay where they are.
Okay.
Gary, can you make that happen? You don't have any real power, don't you?
Well, what is real power?
I don't think the first independence referendum was anti-English. This one is.
Gary, I don't know real...
You stupid bastards.
Yeah, if you thought we were anti-English before.
Do you know what? I read a really good post from a very strong socialist before the independence referendum, who was voting, a Scottish socialist who was voting in favour of sort of stay with England, the no campaign, right? And the thought behind this post was socialism to move forward as a unit. Like, it wasn't just a Scottish thing, it was an English thing, it was a European thing, and it would need to be a worldwide thing. Mm-hmm. We have gave them so many fucking chances to do the right thing. I'm kind of going, listen, tell all the good ones to meet us at Warrington at
That's
2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to ask them a couple of questions. If they're not going to cause any bother, then we'll let them in.
I seen a post on Twitter this morning, and it was a map that was like Scotland, all of Ireland, Wales, Cornwall, parts of the northwest. And it was like, oh, we should start this Celtic nation. And then a load of Scottish and Irish people just going, nah.
Nah.
Yeah, how did Wales vote in the last two elections?
Suspiciously.
Yeah, fuck them.
The EU referendum as
get
well.
the fuck. They're not invited. Ireland, aye, come on. Future unified Ireland.
I say that I'm over this. Is there no fucking brown people in England? How does a brown person fucking vote for that party?
Well, not being stereotypical, but the majority of the people you speak of are like Manchester and Liverpool, right?
Right.
That is like a mass community. Birmingham, an exception, but I don't know how they voted. Just outvoted, I'm guessing. But Manchester has a massive migrant community, as does Liverpool, and they both voted.
Yeah, but a lot of them are
the right way, shall we say? No,
I don't think there's a clear cut racial voting divide.
Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture for Tory HQ?
Yeah.
Honestly, I get snowblindness looking at it.
It is special.
See, after going to it, I had to go to Decathlon and ask them for goggles before I could look at my phone again. The whitest... They did it, like, see, normally in an office like that.
Yeah.
They'd have stripped lighting. There wasn't a light in that picture.
No, we used to do a joke about how a conservative world's equal opportunities office would look like, and you would turn up and it would be a brown person at reception. And you'd be like, oh, that's nice. Somebody. Then you go upstairs and it'd be a brown person at reception upstairs, but it's just the same person that's ran up the stairs.
Aye, like local hero.
And then you go in the toilet and somebody who's cleaned the toilet, it'd be the same brown person. Then you go, so it's like that one guy must have been off sick when they took that picture. For those who haven't seen it, it's just all white people.
Where was the guy from Boris Johnson's social media video that he bumped into in the corridor?
Probably taking the video.
No, I've never seen that.
Probably taking the photo.
Remember he did a thing just before
the photo.
He did a thing just before the election, walking through making a cup of tea, and he didn't take the tea bag out the cup.
Right.
Because nobody told him to. And he was walking around the Conservative offices saying hi to everybody, and then this swarthy, dark gentleman walked past him in the corridor, and Boris Johnson goes, oh, hi, how you doing? He wasn't anywhere to be seen in this photograph.
It's a very white photo. I've never worked in a place where you could take a picture of
I've never seen so many dress shoes and jeans and check shirts on guys.
Dressed down Friday.
It looked like my school photo.
But could anyone genuinely listening, could they take a picture of 40 employees that sit near them and have it?
I'd say it's definitely more balanced in a world sense now than it would have been 15 years ago. Like, I'm in the city every day, and do you know what? There's more ethnicities in Glasgow than there's ever been.
And there's always been in my office, but I've always worked within IT projects.
But then, see if you...
And it's always cognizant, and it's always Indian people that have brought in to work on them.
How many times have you heard the shitty statement from somebody coming back from a place like Birmingham or Burnley and go, you know what I'm going to say? They go, white face, you're in the minority down there. How many times have you heard that shitty fucking statement? As if you're going, no, they're just all people. Like, it's no... that shit, as I see when people say it, you go, oh, I was the only white face I seen when I came out the train station. You're going, well, you're clearly quite balanced. Could Scotland become a more multicultural, wider ethnic place as a result of this? Hopefully. Like, I was talking to my daughter Ruby about it, and she was genuinely aghast at going, why do people vote, do you know, against themselves consistently?
Well, have you seen the Stormzy interview?
No.
With the kids?
No.
It is like a similar thing, isn't it? He's trying to explain to kids why...
I was thinking of getting my tooth done like Stormzy. Just a big gold one. I think I'd get that one done.
That would look good.
That'd look more like Mick Hucknall than Stormzy.
I have primary 3, I guess it must be. And this girl put her hand up and she went, excuse me, why you always hate waste men? They come every Wednesday and clear away your rubbish for nothing.
That's people that waste your time I'm talking about.
Right.
But they were asking about why would you not vote for Boris Johnson? And they called him, he's like, do you know the story of the big bad wolf? It's like,
right. See, consistent Tory voters in England. I think it's different in Scotland. See, when you look at fishing and farming communities, going, right, they try to protect whatever subsidy they get. It's a financial thing. It's there. It's on the table. If you're looking at working class English people voting for the Tories, they think that they're voting for themselves, but they're not. They're voting to fuck their neighbour. Like, if they looked at it sort of going, do you know what? I could probably do a wee bit less as long as they get fucking less.
Yeah.
Like, it's the opposite of the aspirational story that's put forward. You know, people that are voting for the Tory party are aspirational. No. They just fucking hate their next door neighbour.
Mining towns. Fucking mining.
How did Skinner get voted out? That's absolutely a man that dedicated a year of his own wages to miners on strike. Going, well, we clearly need a fucking Tory in here.
The constituency Grenfell's in.
Kensington. Kensington.
That's the one. That's the one.
Well, maybe we are stupid. Maybe we don't know how to get downstairs. Fuck it. Vote Tory.
That's the one. Do you know what annoys me? when you look at the likes of Hector Bellerin, who was so outspoken about voting for Labour, he donated, what was it? So it was the summer that happened, he donated, and a couple of other Spanish teammates were in the under-21 championships, and they donated $1,000 for every minute they played at the tournament. And then that same person who had such a huge impact on trying to keep people in some form of housing, because there's still people that aren't housed or are homeless or are being kept in hotels or flats that are sharing with other families that were affected, who stood out, gave money directly to you, is then going, this is why I believe we should vote Labour, because it was such a shambles that we didn't get any help from the Tory government. It was Labour that was organising with us to help us gain money so they could stay in hotels and stuff. And then you fucking turn around and vote for the people. We literally had to sit down and tell you, no. You're not getting any money from them. We're actually raising money ourselves. There's 3 Spanish players who didn't play in England that were donating with Hector Bellerin to give money to people they didn't know and were endorsed by Labour to do so. Then go, thanks for making sure that we had a roof over our heads whilst the Tories didn't do anything about the cladding and haven't done anything to rehouses, but we're going to vote Tory. That's it. Aye. It's not a shower, it's a fucking chainsaw. Is that can we do that? Can we get one big enough just to fucking chop us off and we'll just go floating?
There is a campaign for us all to jump simultaneously in Scotland on the border and try and break us off.
Be careful though, because that might lower how high we are up, and those hills are the things protecting us for the eventual flooding. Yeah, we want to keep the height. Right. Honestly,
see the point I made about the negativity. See Nicola Sturgeon cheering her Lib Dem candidate.
Yeah, two-time cancer survivor.
Was it Amy Gallagher?
Amy Callaghan.
Something fienny anyway.
people never know our voices. That was Conroy.
Right.
People have literally said to me, I don't know who's who.
See our cheating, our own candidate winning in a really marginal seat. See the way the media then said, look at her cheering that Joe Swinson. She could not care less about Joe Swinson.
No.
She is cheering for her colleague that's won. Like, see the idea that you'd be cheering for Joe Swinson getting beat or winning or whatever. Fine. But every video that was shared of that incident was put forward a look at her cheering Joe Swinson. That wasn't what she was cheering.
Yeah. But I mean, also to me, it's completely irrelevant.
I would have loved it if she just turned up and went,
fuck you, Joe.
Get it fucking up.
Right. I really didn't want it to come across as English bashing. And I know there's a lot of good people that live in England, but there's also a lot of Tories.
Yeah. Like I said, Liverpool, Manchester, you're fine.
Bristol I quite like.
Still some there though. There's nowhere that's immune.
Oh no, they talked about the votes in like South Liverpool was really fucking bad.
Was that the Wirral?
Yeah, like really bad. But overall, you're really looking at Manchester and Liverpool being the main snippets. Mm-hmm. And that is, I've said this before, because of the people I follow down there, that has kind of always been my opinion. Mm-hmm. And it baffles me that whenever it goes otherwise, because I'm like,
but I think
all I just see is people talking about fucking voting Labour.
I think what the election proved was Twitter and Facebook and social media is not the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I try my best to sort of step outside of the echo chamber and look at what kind of opposing arguments were. It's very hard to find them. Yeah. You know, like kind of when you're looking for them in your timeline's one way. But what did the demographics show? Did the old people fuck us again, or was it just
the old and the young? There's a lot of young Tory voters that don't remember.
Don't remember last week when he fucking ran into a fridge instead of answering a question honestly live.
Yeah,
leave them behind.
Because they spent all election day talking about the youth quake and the youth vote was turning up and everything was going to be rosy. They must have known, though.
There is going to be a kick.
Jeremy Corbyn got more votes than Miliband.
Mm-hmm.
Around about 3 million more votes. 3 million more people turned up to vote for Corbyn, but there was more Tories showed up. That was the
percentage was down.
We need Dave. We need Dave Miliband. He would have stopped us.
the Scottish Labour in particular, but all the Labour rats deserting their sinking ship is fucking hilarious.
What did you think of Ian Murray's speech? It was just an attack on Corbyn, wasn't
I don't
it?
like him, but he's right. He's
He likes you.
um.
Ian Murray's definitely a Heart supporter.
And what
talks
did,
like
what,
a Heart
what
supporter,
did he
doesn't
say?
He's never been a fan of Corbyn.
He would much rather be centrist, closer to Tony Blair's politics. But see the people in that constituency, that would be a Tory constituency where he is.
Yeah.
People don't vote for the Labour Party in that constituency, they vote for Ian Murray. Like, he does do a good job for the local constituents, and they keep voting him in, and they keep voting him in, and they keep voting him in. He could have stood alone and fucking without a party.
Yeah.
You bumped into any anti-Semites this week in your work?
No, they seem to have all gone back underground and disappeared.
You encountered any anti-Semites?
No.
No. I don't like the way Israel treats Palestinians.
You sure? See, we're both equal halves, so.
Seems fair. Just out firing my fucking gun, and then this wee guy starts flinging rocks at me.
When is it we play Israel?
Fuck knows, March.
26th of March.
No, that'll go off uneventful, no doubt.
Well, I see they're advertising on the radio for Tartan Army subscriptions for Christmas presents.
I got like.
Did you get yours?
Yep.
Christmas came early.
Yep, the three of us.
Am I an anti-Semite because Near Beaton got another 3-year deal?
I know.
I'm fucking raging.
Always comes back to football with you.
I know. Rod Stewart's not allowed anymore.
Oh, fuck Rod Stewart.
That was the one good thing that came out of that group chat was it Steve Wilson that said, how's it taking Celtic fans this long to realise Rod Stewart's an arsehole?
Oh, fucking fuck Rod Stewart so hard.
You actually forget he's a proper Londoner.
Sir Rod Stewart played fucking Sun City, played Israel, fucking voted Tory, congratulated Tory in a tweet while he was celebrating his own number one about a song from the Easter Rising that he has slagged for the group of supporters that he slagged. Honestly, fuck Rod Stewart so hard. And Penny, if you're listening to this, I'm judging you too. Right, that's us done the English bit.
So what about us?
Right. Are Scottish Labour going to go pro-independent?
No.
What did they say today, though?
They're going to go pro-referendum, but they're going to say that...
And then push the devolved powers again?
Yeah, they're going to say we want more devolution.
How far off are we from essentially just going, you run it, but you're still only getting 3% less back?
It would be interesting to see how quickly they send the military if we set up our own treasury.
I'm right up for this summer about a civil disobedience. I want them to send the fucking tanks in. The same way fucking Churchill did against the miners. I want them to show their fucking hand. I want tanks in the street. I want rubber bullets. I want flares. The fucking lot of it.
What about, if Scotland get to the Euros, can we wait till September?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
See, that's you putting in a caveat. If this happens, that happens.
Aye. Oh, if we do something at football.
Aye, but I'll know by March. We can organise in April.
We should intentionally disrupt it and get kicked out without kicking a ball. Go, fuck it doesn't care, doesn't matter to us.
I could probably still get a load of balaclavas that were decommissioned in the late 90s. Is it going to go that way?
No.
There was a suspicious parcel blown up at the Scottish Parliament today.
Mm-hmm. What?
Suspicious parcel?
A DPD delivery. It turned up on time.
I didn't think this was coming to the 27th. It was a Tesco food delivery with ripe and ready avocados. They always just put in a satsuma instead, which isn't a viable.
So when's in the F2?
I would honestly wait 21, 22. Fucking, I'll push it out.
There's problems coming down the line.
See, if you mention trans issues here, I'm going to fucking cut you, man. All these things are put in to divide us.
That wasn't what I was going to say. Although that potentially could be.
It's always back to trans with you every fucking time, and I don't know what any it means.
Salmon's court case is in January.
Salmon's court case, right?
So
Guilty, fucking jail him. See if that's what they want, jail him. Get him right up to Peterhead, the fucking dirty sex offender bastard.
Do you know the worst part of this is there is a massive part of it would go such a long way to appeasing on our side if he got fucking jailed and got found guilty of just the fucking most, and just was like, and the party then came out and spoke out and went, yeah, this is absolutely, because it's a female party leader, and the changes we've tried to make to society with
right, see
assault laws and stuff like that.
See if you're pro-independence, do you think Salmon's guilty?
I have no idea.
You don't read the papers? You don't read the BBC? The man is obviously...
I will... this is where I try not to get in a bit whatabouty. If it was the Bill Cosby thing, when 3 people came forward, I went, this is a bit suspicious. And then another 15 came forward very quickly with very similar stories when the stories had not yet been leaked. And I'm going, And with Salmon, what is it, 14? 13, 14?
I had 11 in my head.
If any more than 2 people come forward and say, he's very touchy-feely, he tried to force himself on me, you go,
I'm very hesitant to look as if I'm trying to defend it, but I don't think it's 14 different people.
Oh, you think it's 11 instances?
Counts.
It would, to be honest, it'd be worse if it was...
He tried to touch the same woman's knee 4 times. He smelled the hair of a receptionist 9 times. And he was visibly aroused twice in the canteen. But it was Curry Friday.
If it turns out that it has happened, I'd be surprised they got away with it for so long.
But would you, though?
I would. I would.
I've been saying this for ages, though, Gary. For ages. If you give someone absolute power, which is what they were getting, stuff will go wrong. Like, it's no surprise that this has now come out after he's left and a female's come in and pushed all this stuff forward and put all these policies in place that then went into works where it was like, if there's any offence at work that's happened or any dodgy behaviour from bosses or senior people, you should report it. She's put in all these laws and people have then went, aye, by the way, see, 4 years ago when we were doing campaigns, you might want to fucking speak to your boss.
We're talking about 4 years ago. We're not talking about even 10 years ago. I'd be surprised even at that time. You know, it wasn't like...
Gary, it was the Prime Minister, it was the First Minister of Scotland.
Here's a false equivalence, right? See if he's an old perv and he's tapped somebody's bum. Fucking charge him, right? But see, he express it in the press as if he's a serial rapist. As it is just now. See, for the people that are suffering these types of abuse, like really, really serious abuse, is there anything on the Alex Salmon charge sheet that see if you do look like a bit of a seedy old perv, you go, I'll not get him to babysit the dog. But again, timing's fucking everything, isn't it? And
also, there's a section of politics that want Sturgeon taken down with him.
Right.
Because then the question becomes, when did she know? What did she know? And that sort of stuff. So then it becomes current politicians and saying, well, they all knew him. They must have all known what he was like.
Guilty by association.
Yeah. I think we'd be having a different conversation if Boris Johnson was being accused of slapping somebody's ass.
Well, he has been accused of that and plenty more. Hands under the table.
I don't think it is much worse. I think if you're going around your workplace, see, that for me is the issue with the salmon thing. It's in the workplace. So see any of these fucking rape cases that are happening at nightclubs or people taking people home or all these horrible things with strangers. See if it's somebody that
he can't even move quick enough.
It's like being at the workplace makes it fucking... A slap in the arse in a nightclub is horrible, but see if you're a boss, a senior person doing it to somebody who was lower than you and in a position you knew you were abusing your power, that becomes worse than going, it's just a... It's not quite sexual assault. It's an abusive thing, and that is my issue. It is actually way worse than just being what it actually is. It's 10 times worse because it's him.
See what we spent 4 or 5 minutes discussing here is exactly the way they want us to go.
Yeah.
And see the next independence referendum, has to come down to policy rather than personality.
Yep.
See, rather than no, but you need to see if you are pro-independence. When you're talking to people, they are going to say silly things like, "I don't like Sturgeon. I don't like Patrick Harvey."
If there's an independent Scotland, it'll be all right just to rape MD you want.
Who came up?
Let's be honest. Nobody dislikes Patrick Harvey. That guy is a saint. His wee office is right there.
I know.
Let's get him in the podcast.
Pat!
I'll just stand outside his fucking office.
Patrick Harvey's disco bus.
No, but you're allowed to dislike someone that has this. This all comes into this one thing. You're allowed to dislike the person that has the same opinion as you.
Aye, but to then vote against what could be positive for you.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. See, you're saying there's loads of people. I've said categorically, and I
can't go that Alex Salmond, you thick cunt.
I mean, I didn't like Alex Salmond either, but I did vote for independence.
Problem 2,
right,
is that we're 18 months away from Holyrood election.
It's going to get lumped in with that, isn't it?
Where, the SNP are currently a minority government. Luckily, the system's designed to not allow anybody to be in overall control.
Yeah.
So even, to think that SNP could come out on top again is very unlikely.
But surely people must be able to see the tactics. See the tactics that's getting used against Bernie Sanders today?
No.
They're calling Bernie Sanders an anti-Semite today. I swear.
That worked really well. Let's try that.
He's going, well, it worked here. Come on. And what Trump is trying to enshrine in law is to say how's he wording this, that Israel's a race, so that anything that happens can then be treated as a race crime.
Yeah.
They're going, well, fuck it, the Jewish angle's working. Let's fucking run with that. They're trying. They try to call him out as a anti-Semite today. Britain's the fucking testing. See the way Brexit and Trump's elections went. Dominic Cummings is such a toxic influence on. See the access that he had to Peston, to Kuensberg. The whole thing is fucking rotten. And the same thing is going to try and get see the original independence referendum is going to seem like a much cleaner, fairer, adult way to run an election. This one is going to be so tiring and so wearing.
Do you know do you think there's a lack of that personality on the left side?
In Scotland?
Not everywhere. Like, see when I look in politics, everywhere. See for all Donald Trump just is fucking... he's fucking funny.
Trump?
Oh, mate.
He's funny to laugh at.
No, I mean, he's funny as well.
No.
Yeah. See, he's a bully.
He's conceited and he's selfish.
So what you're saying is you want the next Labour leader to be Alan Sugar?
No.
They've got an intrinsic problem with Jewish people. He'd never get voted on.
I just think there's people who don't know how to deal with a Boris Johnson.
Don't fucking vote for them. Do not give them any power. Do not give them any business.
No, that's people. We're fine. I'm talking about actual politicians. I think the one thing Sturgeon has got going for her up here is a massive self-awareness. And if you see her on what was the interview she did in BBC Social? Who was that? Who's running that? Was it somebody for Scott Squad?
Aye.
She's funny.
Stuart McPherson.
Yeah, she is funny. If you go watch that, she is actually funny. See when you flip reverse and you've seen the same thing from Hillary Clinton on Between Two Ferns, you go, when you seen that, you went, Trump's winning this election.
Yeah.
She has no personality. But that's what I think, on a mass scale, Sturgeon can't run the UK. What would have been good was if Jeremy Corbyn wasn't just constantly focused on anti-Semitism in his party, and you had somebody who was maybe able to be a bit more charismatic with what he was feeding back instead of being, because it was everything he said was...
No, it was the way it was reported.
How did Jeremy Corbyn, something no say to Jeremy Corbyn, lay off the Jewish stuff?
No, he did, but he did just keep answering it though.
Because that's what I was going to say. It's one of those indefensible things. Like, there's nothing you can say to be like, other than go, no.
Aye.
If somebody accuses you of it.
Like, see Jeremy Corbyn campaigned against apartheid He was against the Iraq War, campaigned for the release of Nelson Mandela. Fucking the second Gulf War, he was there as well. He was helped broker the peace in Northern Ireland.
Aye, but Rachel Riley had a t-shirt. She looks like she's fucking turning into Emperor Palpatine, by the way. She looks like there's something evil in her. Like, like that. Look,
That's quite anti-Semitic, mate.
mate, she was so hate-filled in everything she said. Like, it was, what she was trying to fight against was the exact thing she was portraying every time I seen her talk, or every time I seen her write.
Hot doll face, just do the numbers, eh?
But, like,
Well,
What are you laughing at?
like, she...
you've made me look bad.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong in this, but I am very positive that I have watched 8 out of 10 Catsters Countdown, and there's been Jewish jokes done on at length by Jimmy Carr and Sean Locke.
I don't fucking. I think I know maybe 4 people of the Jewish faith, and
But apparently they were actually really like I don't. Are we missing something huge that we don't see up here? I mean, we probably do because we have completely different opinions to the rest of the UK.
How you can call Corbyn a racist?
Yeah, but a rabbi, somebody at the head of the church, the Orthodox Church of Judaism, has come forward and said, "We fear our lives."
Yeah, but you
if he
need to
gets in,
also follow the money.
money back from where that's. Are you saying Jewish people are rich, guy? That's actually a
No.
really, really racist stereotype.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that rabbi was not
Fucking
rich, so he
near beat on
needed
us.
to take backhanders from conservatives.
Right, I think we should ban hammer the word Jewish.
It's the safest way.
Is that where we're going to end this?
Fucking full
Just
circle.
vote yes.
Do you know my worst?
The next time we should flip the question round so that when people go and they've not really paid attention, they'll vote no.
People are going to vote
Aye, exactly. So the question is, do you not want independence?
Do you want not to have independence or freedom in Scotland? Because if you do, we can have, but you need to let us know if you don't want it.
No.
delete
In
as,
fact, I would-
delete as appropriate.
I would actually not be able to answer the question I just asked because I don't really remember what we were in. I did the negatives. Fuck.
It's just a
Potluck.
Which is fair enough. I'd take that. A toss of a coin.
What do you think in my view of it needs to be an overwhelming majority to change?
Why are you putting barriers in front of yourself?
Because I just think it's a way to put to bed like any arguments.
Right, let's sum this up. People of the Muslim faith, the Jewish faith,
All faiths.
Christian, all faiths, they're just people. And if we could all just stop watching Countdown. This isn't a tirade against a faith. It's a tirade against Rachel Riley. How can she be so Jewish with such a Mickey Fenian surname?
It's her husband.
Right, okay. Is her husband?
Yes.
No, Gary knows.
So, see you in 2024.